Good morning, everybody. Our cats ruined our Christmas tree. What are we doing?
We have to remove a string of lights.
Why?
Because of this jerk.
Alice. What do you think she did? Do you think it's a bulb or do you think that it's the wire?
I don't know. We're going to take it all off and look. It's either the wire or a bulb.
Well, yeah, but which? If you had to guess, if you had to put money on it.
She might fit through the wire, probably.
Alright.
You gotta try to keep it rolled up, because you're gonna have to take it through things. Like I said, not unless we come across. Just look as you come across and see if there's a bulb missing.
Okay. Did you find anything?
Not yet.
I'm vlogging you. Luckily, the tree still looks nice, even if that line is botched.
Yeah.
It still has enough lights, but I really hope we can figure out what's wrong with them. Because it wasn't the cats. You're such a sleepy baby. What about you, Grumpy? What? Oh, Nero, I love you. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Silly. What? What? What are you doing? No. Hi, Onyx. We are on our way to my aunt's to have dinner, which is what we do every Friday night. I'm surprised that it's not actually dark out yet because, well, I guess we're only leaving. It's 3:30. Usually when we leave, it's kind of starting to get dark. I'm gonna start reading this though, so that's cool.
I'm gonna boom you. Here, come here.
Oh my god. Are you a little bit nervous?
Oh my god, it's just going on and on. Oh my god.
I'm recording.
Do you want me to pull this back a little bit?
No, I don't know. See it.
Shut the
Oh, where'd Miles go? Look at him. He's like
He did what I asked him to do.
Yeah.
A little bit more alcohol. I just tasted it for the first time. So like,
Hey, you!
what are those?
I know, but I have a leaf on my sock.
You should have went out there to the guy and said, what do you think about it?
Alright, so we got home about 45 minutes ago from my aunt's house, so right now I am in bed and I'm going to wrap a few presents for Christmas for my parents, and then after I'm finished doing that, I have written down a few questions that I was asked for the Q&A. These aren't all of them, and in addition to these, I actually went through the past like 5 videos that I've posted and have written down any questions from those videos as well. So I will answer those, but that's going to be after I wrap, which I'm so excited about, quite frankly. I don't know why it took me an hour just to wrap 4 things. This is for my mom, that is for my dad, but yes. And also, if you look really close, you can see I am the worst wrapper ever. Yeah, the worst, but I'm so excited. I still have so much coming in the mail for them, so I cannot wait until the rest comes. This box is where everything is going to sit for at least until I get a bigger box, because I'm definitely going to need a bigger box. But before I answer these questions, I just want to say, in case you guys got confused with the clip of my uncle outside with the big light on him, a couple days ago there were people going around in their neighborhood and they were cutting Christmas lights. So they were destroying people's decorations, and so the news came by. Channel 6, ABC News came and interviewed my uncle, and my aunt got a selfie with the guy, and it's a guy that we've seen on our news. I mean, it's crazy. Can't remember his name. Dan Quayle? Something like that. Crazy. So I wanted to get some footage. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the vlog or not, but in case I didn't, this morning I opened the vlog about how the cat chewed our string of lights. Nope, they didn't. We found the string of lights that were messed up, and there were no chew marks, and no bulbs were burned out. So I don't know if it was just like a fuse that went bad or what. They're brand new, so I don't know, but yeah, so it wasn't the cats, but we were able to fix the tree. Not that specific string of lights. That string of light we had to take off, but the tree's lit again. So let me read through some of these questions. In tomorrow's vlog, I'm actually going to have more, so you are also free to like leave the questions down in this one too. Down in the comment section of this video too is more what I meant to say. So I'm going to start with Marianne McMillan. I absolutely love you. You know that. You are one of my favorite human beings, like, ever. I just absolutely love you. She left me a bunch of questions to answer, so I figured I would answer every single one. What is your favorite thing to do? This depends on how I'm feeling. So if I'm depressed, my favorite thing to do is sleep. If I am in a good mood, my favorite thing to do is to draw or write or film, stuff like that. Anything that is like mentally stimulating. If I just want to relax, then that's reading. But most of all, I guess, if I had to choose like one set thing that's my favorite thing to do, is I love spending time with my parents. That's like my favorite thing. The 3 of us are all individually like busy all the time, so I find that like I don't get to sit down and like spend time with them until the end of the night. The main reason why usually in these vlogs like you don't get any footage from the nighttime, and that's because every single night we have the same routine. At 6 p.m. we sit and we catch up on YouTube videos that we watch together, like PewDiePie, and we watch TV shows together. Like, we don't do anything at night, but the point is that we're like spending time together. What is your favorite movie and why? There are a couple of different ways that I can go with this one. You'll find that this is actually true of me when it comes to answering questions about myself, that I overthink everything and I'll give you a million answers, but depends, again, my mood. So if you're asking my favorite movie, period, it is probably Life is Beautiful, which is an Italian film about the Holocaust and about life in concentration camps. And the original title is La Vita è Bella, but when you watch the translated one, it translates to Life is Beautiful. has Roberto Benigni in it. It's just like one of my favorite movies of all time. But then again, I also love movies like The Beginners and Little Miss Sunshine and stuff like that. So I have like a nice eclectic range, but those are the ones worth mentioning. What is your favorite time of year? When I was young, it was winter. I used to hate summer with a passion. But as I get older, I find that I get really severe seasonal depression. And so now, at my age, I love the summer. I don't like hot weather, but there's something very sentimental about summer and something very familiar about summer. And I'm a lot happier in summer, so I would say that. But October, like Halloween, fall, that has always been my most appreciated time of year. So summer or fall. Do you get time to hang out with friends? If I had friends, I would have time to be with friends. This is gonna sound really strange, and I don't mean this for sympathy or pity or anything, but I don't have friends. I left high school in the beginning of 10th grade, and when I did that, I lost a lot of friends. And you know, in high school, you are friends with the people that you see every single day. That's just the way it works. And so when you are no longer there every single day, your relationships tend to dissolve very quickly. Now, I have one friend, her name is Gabby. I absolutely adore her. We don't get to hang out very much. Like in the last year, we've hung out once, but I absolutely adore her, and we always find our way back to each other. Do you like taking pictures? Yes. And thank you for your comment about how you think I would be a good photographer. I used to want to be a photographer, but I never thought that it was something that I could actually pursue. But do I like taking pictures? Yes. I actually have a Polaroid camera. It's not Polaroid. I know that's like the brand, but it is a instant camera. How about that? I think that's the better way to phrase it. And it is one that I've had for 6 years now. And my favorite thing is to just go out into nature and take photos. Have you ever considered writing? Yes. Again, writing is something that I've always wanted to do. I actually took a writing class and I loved it. And I have a whole binder full of poems and short stories and writing inspiration. And I still write poetry, which is why I use my journal. I write little passages or I'll write poetry. I love writing. That has been the most consistent thing in my life, is writing. I just don't think I'm very good. Maybe one day I can share poems or something, but... And then, do you have a favorite subject to talk about? Not really. I like to talk about everything. I find that I love talking about literature and history, but in general, not really. I'll talk about anything to anybody. So thank you, Marianne. Thank you so much for those questions. I absolutely adore you. Whenever I read your comments or watch your videos, you are just like this beacon of light to me. I just love you. So next is Jasmezin. Now, I don't know if that's actually your name, but whenever I pronounce this in my mind, I pronounce it like Jasmezin. So I pronounce it like just messing around. That's how I say it. So I apologize. But know that I mean it like I love you. You and your comments, I absolutely love you. Your question was, if there was one thing you could be really, really great at, what would it be? Writing. I wish I was really, really good at writing. And I'm not saying I'm bad, but if there was something that I would really like to be talented at, it would be writing, because I have such a passion for it, and I would love to put together a book of poetry, or, you know, just write short stories, or even work on a novel, or even if it's like a memoir or something, anything. I just love writing so much, and I really wish that I could pursue it as a career, and I wish that I could just be able to translate what's in my mind onto paper, and that's something that I have a lot of difficulty with. Pixie! Hi, I love you! I feel like it's been a long time since we've talked last. Your question was, what drives you? Satisfaction? Stability? I guess it's the same thing as satisfaction, but fulfillment. I think pride a little bit drives me, but not pride in a negative way, pride in a positive way. Like, I want to be proud of what I do, so I want to put as much effort into it as possible. So I would say that that's what drives me, but I don't know if you mean what drives me or if you mean what motivates me, because if the question is what drives me, those are all the answers. But if you're asking me what motivates me, I would say nothing. I have a very hard time being motivated, or staying motivated. Kelly White asked, have you tried adding eyeshadow into clear nail polish? Actually, I read your full comment, and I know that you said it was about the nail hack of using the powder for the ombre. I have never tried doing that, but I've seen it on Pinterest, and it was always something that I wanted to try out. And so I wrote this down specifically to ask you, is that something that you've tried and you know it's good and it works, and if you're suggesting for me to try it because it works and it's awesome? Or are you asking me if I've done it so that I could tell you if it worked or not? Let me know. But the answer is no, I've never tried it. Emily Steely asked me, what do you film and edit with? I film with my iPhone. I don't do anything fancy. I don't have a camera. Not yet anyway. I just don't have the funds to do that just yet. So I use my iPhone. I have an iPhone 6, and as far as editing, I just use Movie Maker. If that ever changes though, as far as what I edit with or what I film with, I will definitely mention that. But for right now, I just film on my iPhone and I just edit with Movie Maker. I hope that helps. Michelle Mumfrey asked me this question, and I really wanted to address this. Why does your mom always look so unhappy and uptight in your videos, which is totally opposite of the way she is in her own videos? Right. What this comes down to is that in my mom's videos, that is her 100%. She is completely genuine. We vlog at different times throughout the day, so I don't like vlogging the same thing that she's vlogging for the people who are subscribed to her and me and who watch both of our vlogs. So I try not to vlog at the same time. So whenever I vlog and I put my mom on screen, like in the Hobby Lobby vlog or like the vlog where my dad and I decorate our tree, she's kind of taken off guard when I just throw the camera in her face, and she's actually spoken to me about that, which is why I've tried not to do that as much in these more recent vlogs. In the back of my mom's vlogs, like if let's say she's vlogging in the car and all three of us are in the car, if you look in the back seat, I look so miserable. I look miserable, I look unhappy, I look horrible. Like I just look so like, And that's not how I'm actually feeling, but I'm not paying attention to the fact that my mom's vlogging and that I'm being seen in the vlog. And I know that my mom doesn't like crossing the boundaries of going into my videos because she feels like they're my vlogs, so she doesn't want to force herself in my vlogs, which I do try to explain to her, like, I want her in my vlogs. So what it comes down to is just A, being taken off guard, B, not wanting to overstep boundaries, and C, just resting bitch face, which, sorry, I don't mean to curse, but my mother and I, it's definitely genetic, we both have it, so please don't think that she's unhappy or uptight or miserable or anything like that. And then Michelle King, you asked me 2 questions. I think you asked them actually over 2 different videos, but you asked first, have you always been good at applying liquid lipstick, or was it a learning process? Well, as far as lipstick's concerned, I think I've always been okay at it. I don't think I'm the best at applying lipstick in general. Nonetheless, liquid lipsticks, like, I've always been somebody, I don't feel like I have a very pronounced Cupid's bow, so what I always do is I put lipstick on my bottom lip, then I rub my lips together, and then that gives me the outline of my lips, and then I just fill it in. Liquid lipsticks, though, I do the same thing. And you mentioned in your comment about how, like, you'll realize it's, like, smeared everywhere, or it'll be, like, here, or on your nose, or on your chin, or something like that, you know, like, hours later you'll look and you somehow have it in different places than where it's supposed to be on your mouth. That happens to me all the time. Even still, it happens to me constantly, because I'll have it on, especially, like, the NYX ones, like you said, they're super pliable, so they don't dry down completely. They're matte, but, like, they don't set, so you can, like, smear it by accident. And so if I, like, have that lipstick on and I'm itching my face and my finger touches it by, like, my lip by accident and I don't realize, and I do like this, it's, like, all here. I have that happen to me constantly. Like, I'm one of those people that it smears everywhere. It'll smear, my hair will get in my lipstick, and then it'll leave, like, streaks of lipstick on my chin. When I eat, like, my lipstick transfers onto my chin and my nose, and I don't even know how that's possible. Like, I don't think that there's ever a point where you're actually good at applying liquid lipstick to the point of where you avoid doing those things. I know for sure that lip liners do help with that, but I don't think anybody ever is 100% perfect at keeping their liquid lipstick on their lips constantly. I think every single person has those moments where they smear it or it gets onto a different piece of their face or something. I don't think there's ever 100% avoiding that. And then finally, how do you like the Real Technique sponge? I love it. I really, really do. I think that I used to use a beauty blender years ago now, and I always liked them at the time, but then I stopped using them because of the spongy texture. And I think it's because they are so porous that there's a lot of little holes in it, obviously. That's what a sponge is. And so that will leave that texture on your skin, whereas the Real Techniques is much more solid, but it's just as soft, and I feel like it even blends the makeup out even better. And something I like is that I think that the Real Techniques sponge can apply powder really, really nicely, whereas the Beauty Blender has a hard time applying powder evenly, just because it has a very uneven way of picking up product and dispersing product. So I feel like sometimes beauty blenders can be a little too soft, that you have a really hard time blending because it's just not dense enough, if that makes sense. Whereas the Real Techniques, it's super soft. It's as soft of a sponge as you can really get to the beauty blender as far as a dupe is concerned, at least at this point. But the thing that's great about the Real Technique sponge is that it's firm enough that you can really blend and like really, really hunker down and devote specific pressure to a specific part of your face. Does that make sense? Thank you to everybody that left me questions. Feel free to leave me more questions and I will answer more in tomorrow's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I love you guys. I hope you guys had a great day. I can't wait to go to bed. Good night, guys. Bye.